Hi, this is Kelly Nealon of Lasting Light Wellness, and I'm here to talk about Peruvian shamanism today. If you're not familiar with us, we've taught thousands of students, everything from Reiki to shamanism and everything in between. We do 8 types of Reiki: shamanism, reflexology, aromatherapy, hypnosis, past life regressions, yoga, intuitive services, life coaching, just everything to get you from point A to point B. We're all about transformation here at Lasting Light Wellness. I want you to make sure you watch to the end of the video because I have a special bonus for you if you stay to the end. I want to tell you a little bit about me. My spiritual name is Munai Anka, and I was given that from the Cairo Tribe. These are some of the shamans that I studied with in Peru: Don Mariano and Don Claudio and Don Teo. And I had the privilege of studying in person with them in Peru. The Cairo Tribe has this very special lineage. They actually speak Quechua. They fled from the Spanish conquistadors about 500 years ago, and they went on prophecy and they hid way high in the Andes Mountains, and they had very little contact with the outside world for almost 500 years. So they have one of the purest forms of shamanism that's available today. In about the 1980s, based on prophecy, when the ice caps started to melt in Peru, they were told to come down and start to teach people their ways, that it was now the time to join the East and the West and to start to partner and spread their magnificent spirituality. So I was really privileged to be able to study with some of the elders from the tribe. Shamanism, some people know about it, some people don't. It's actually not a religion. That's a big misconception. It's actually a form of spirituality, and it's been around for a very long time. They've found things in Paleolithic ruins that are 100,000 years ago, caves in France that are 37,000 years ago. So as you can see, very old. The word itself comes from the Tungus tribe in Siberia, and it means a spiritual healer or one that sees in the dark. And a shaman is one that actually can interact with spirit energy, and you can take things from the spirit world and bring it and manifest it into our world and work with the energy and just not simply speak to spirits like a psychic or a medium would do. One of my favorite quotes about shamanism is that the shaman's work is a very practical work. It's not new age, it's not mysterious. They've had the longest time-tested system of using the mind known to humanity. You know, he says basically that psychotherapy and modern medicine is what's new age. This is actually going back to the Stone Age. And that's from Michael Harner. And if people didn't think it worked that many years ago when their life was hand to mouth and very hard living, they would have stopped using it. They simply wouldn't kept doing things that weren't getting a practical result for them. So what does a shaman do? Well, we perform sacred ceremonies and the act of shamanic journeying. We really help connect people with lost aspects of themselves. We help them to transition to a new phase of life. We help them remove energy which may be troubling to them. We also work on common everyday things like working on abundance or careers or love, balancing your chakras, keeping a harmony in the community. Oh my gosh, how much do we need that right now? So right now we really need more shamans. There is a call out there for people to follow this lineage to help bring more unification in the world. So in shamanism, everything that's alive is just with spirit. We're all connected. And when I've gone into other altered states, I've been able to actually see these energetic threads that just connect all of us. So everybody who tells you we're all separate, it's just an illusion. We are all connected by this wonderful energy. And as a shaman, I work on trying to keep harmony with those connections. Some of the other things that we work with clients are to help them get unstuck, even working on their creativity, unlocking their energy, working with traumas, phobias, removals, and physical conditions as well. And with shamanic practices, the one people hear about a lot our spiritual, into the spiritual realm, our journeys. So you may have heard of somebody say, I did a shamanic journey. So basically that means that you go into a trance state and you have a spiritual experience. We all know how to go into different states of light trance or light hypnosis. We do so as we pass through the waves and going into sleep and back and forth. I also learn how to perform divinations and revelations and readings. I use a lot of sacred objects, so I like to shake, rattle, and roll. Got my drums too. And I create rites of passage and ceremony and rituals. Basically, I help people perform teaching and healing and empowerment type of things. That's what I like to help people to help them in the realm of transformation. So a shaman has a very different view of illness than, say, the Western medical model. From a shamanic view, there are three different sources of illness, and I'll go into these. One is the loss of power, two is a loss of essence or soul splintering, and three is a negative energy or a spiritual blockage or attachment. So the view of shamanic illness as far as loss of power goes, and this may be something that's different for each person. A loss of a job, for instance, may be devastating to one person while an inconvenience for another. So it can lead to different things that happen with people. So if someone had a loss of power for whatever the reason may be, I would do a shamanic journey or a specific shamanic ceremony that would help them restore the lost power that they had. Number two is the loss of soul essence or soul splintering, and this would be something slightly more traumatic. So it could be a physical trauma such as an accident or a surgery, or it could be something more personal like abuse or a divorce or a painful death that happened. So when this happens, I would perform a soul retrieval ceremony. And I don't actually love that name because it makes it sound like, oh, went to Target, lost a piece of my soul somewhere along the way. And that's really just not how it is. What you can think of it as, if you have all your pieces of your soul and you've had a trauma, you may have one piece that just kind of wanders off a little bit. And what I do through a soul retrieval ceremony is I bring back spiritual gifts and I do a journey and I bring gifts to help reintegrate everything back into the whole. So it's really a soul integration ceremony. And then the last one is a negative energy or a spiritual blockage. So somebody may actually have an attachment to them that is draining their energy. And for that, I would do a removal ceremony to get rid of the troubling energy and restore them to their full power. Why I love shamanism. Okay, like a lot of you, I did a lot of training over the last 20 years and I was always searching and I always feel like, oh, somebody else knows the secret or they know how to do this kind of healing better or that kind of healing better. And I wanted to know what the secrets are. I wanted to be let in. I wanted to know. So when I found shamanism, I found that I could help people transform and that I was able to have my own direct revelations. I can now do my own shamanic journeys for myself. No more calling psychic network 1-800. You can get it for yourself, and I love that. The other thing I loved about shamanism was that they highly encourage you to make it your own. So I'll teach you one way to do a ceremony, but if your intuition tells you to add something else or slightly change it, shamanism tells you, yes, you should do that. It's not my way or the highway. So I like the fact that they're open to the energies that are present at a particular moment, and they're also respecting what information I'm receiving personally while I'm doing a ceremony. I'm going to teach you a couple of Quechua words because like I had mentioned before, the shamans in Peru actually speak Quechua since they speak the Aztec language. They don't speak the Spanish language because they left when the Spanish came into the country. So from an Andean cosmology standpoint, there's three different realms or worlds. These do not relate to the Christian view of things, although there are three of them. So there's an upper world, which we call the Hunan Pacha, and this one is going to contain your angels, your higher spirits, and your higher powers. Then there's the middle world. That's the Kai Pacha. That's our current three-dimensional world. We have humans here, animals, and also spirits. And then the lower world is the Uka Pacha. And this exists just below our present world. And shamans, this is where we go to do a lot of our work. I go here to do soul retrievals. I go here to meet my shaman tree. I go there to meet my power animals and my power spirits. So that's where I do a lot of my shamanic work, is the lower world. So it's a very positive place. Shamans believe in the 7 different sources of power, and they are as follows. The sun, which is represented by fire. So we love to do fire ceremonies. And when I get new neighbors that move in around me, they get a quick introduction to fire ceremony, since I do a lot of them in my backyard. The earth, Pachamama, we connect to her. Wind and air. Water, extremely cleansing. Animals, both the physical animals as well as your power animals. Plants, yes, you can have power plants. And my favorite, crystals or stones. And they're known as kuyas in Quechua. I would like to teach you a little bit of a quick energy exercise that anyone can do. So for this exercise, we're going to talk a little bit about the Viracocha and opening up your luminous light body. This simply means the source of the sacred. And this is the envelopment, or kind of like the outside case to your energy body. So if we're going to be doing work in your energy body, we're going to retract the Viracocha while we're doing the work. It's also something, when you're trained in shamanic healing, you can put your Viracocha, your energy field, over other people too, if it's appropriate in certain ceremonies. So the first thing I'd like you to do is just imagine this bright sun sitting about a foot above your head. Bring your hands into prayer pose in front of your heart. And then we're going to open up your Viracocha, open up your energy field. So just simply raise your hands up, turn them out, sweep them down, and take your hands all the way down to the earth, like you're separating, like you're putting down a robe all around you. And then you're going to take your hand, it doesn't matter which one, you're going to place it here on your navel, your belly button, and you're 3 times, you're just going to go counterclockwise, open up the navel, just make a rubbing, opening up. And then close your eyes for a moment and visualize a beautiful golden egg protecting your energy field. This exercise, and you can sense while you're picturing your golden egg, you're just going to be visualizing a 360 around you in your energy field. And this exercise we call an Auric weaving technique. So we're going to be sensing into our energy field anywhere that you feel like maybe like a screen that's gotten a little hole in it, needs a little patchwork, anywhere that feels a little thread born in your energy field. And we're going to be simply smoothing it out from head down to toe around in a 360 direction. And while we're doing this, any places as you close your eyes and you just feel, and you feel like that needs some extra love and attention, you send your positive energy to it, and you just weave a little patch. So just start up at your head, and you're going to do the whole front of your body, stopping at any places that you feel like are thread-borne, just work them in. Work from your head to the toe, and then just simply move to the next part. And you're going to go around in a circle. You're going to turn around to your back, and you're going to do the front, the sides, and the back of your body, from the head down to the toes, just feeling and weaving in any places that need it. Don't forget to do right above your head as well, and your feet. And as you're doing that, you can just send healing and energy. You can visualize it just moving in. So do that for a few moments. Send love to the entire energy field as you're going around, filling in, sensing, picturing the golden energy. And I would recommend doing this every 1 to 4 weeks, depending upon, how stressful life has been, because you want to make sure that your first layer of protection, your energy field, is as strong as it can be. And it's really important for that right now. So take your time finishing up doing this exercise, or you can repeat it again later. Once you've done going around in a full circle, you just turn around to do the back of your energy field. You're going to then put your Wiracocha back together. So you're going to go down to the floor, gather up the edges like you're gathering up a cloak, draw it up and over your head, hands to prayer. Join your hands back down. Good. Center and gather it in. So that's one great way that you can work on the strength of your aura. And that's just a very simple exercise. And we teach you lots of different exercises to improve your own energy when you study shamanism. So some people may ask, like, why would I want to study shamanism? I'm just now getting familiar with it. So it's just an incredibly transformational type of practice. It's for people who want to be more connected. You feel like you're on a path, but you just need some guidance getting there. Your instincts have just always, you've been curious about it. You've always wanted to learn more about it. And this is a safe place to help you connect back to Pachamama, to the earth energy. So you have choices. And I always say, you have a choice to study this or not. But if you're looking to make some big changes in your life to really clean up the garbage that you have there from trauma or past life issues or family issues or energy blockages, this is the way to do it. When in our shamanic training program, we actually have you go to the 4 different directions and clean up the worst of your garbage. And we do this by actually creating sacred ceremonies. And we take what was once your wounds and the things that were holding you back, and we transform them into powerful energy healing tools. So we put that energy into crystals, into other objects. And when you finish the class, you actually create your very own medicine healing bundle, which you can then use for powerful transformation as well as creating ceremony. So it's a wonderful rite of passage as you receive these things. You also receive 2 really important rites, ancient rites, to help open up your psychic centers and to help you do the best work possible. So if you're really ready to have a direct connection with spirit and you're really seeking transformation and you're looking for tools that will last you a lifetime, this may be something you want to consider. Some of the other things that the training helps you do, besides, like I said, the fun things too, shake, rattle, and roll, do a little drumming and fun things too, but you'll be introduced to your power animals and also other places and items of power. You're going to learn how to move beyond fear and your limitations, learn how to create work in a sacred circle, and you're just going to be able to perform various different shamanic ceremonies that will help you transform forever. As well as receiving the rites I had said that are going to transform you into the shaman, you're going to be able to be more present in your life and take your healing abilities to the next level. It's just an incredible training. So if this is of interest to you, you can hop on our website, lastinglightwellness.com. Since you attended this presentation, you can receive the code SHAMAN for $150 off the training. This is a 4-day intensive training. It's on 4 Saturday classes. They will be recorded in case you have a scheduling conflict, but these are on live Zoom, so completely interactive. You get to interact with everybody else in the class, ask any questions you want to answer. It's just fun. We've had so much fun doing this online. So the course for the 4-day training is $14.99, but you can receive $150 off. You can sign up with the deposit and do installment payments as well. Sometime next year, we will also offer a pre-recorded version of this class as well. So what are you waiting for? Like, more time to pass? You don't want to be in the same place next year that you are this year. Things aren't going to magically change on their own. You actually have to do something. So don't worry about it. Everyone who's taken the class has been able to do it. You don't need a special DNA or a special skill. I can teach anyone the skills to become a powerful shaman. So if you want to learn the secrets like I did, you want next year to be different than this year, you really want to get in touch with your shaman within, please reach out to us. Just to let you know, we also have upcoming Reiki sessions as well as Reiki classes. We teach all levels of Reiki, including Karuna, Lightarian, all sorts of interesting ones. And we do have a special for you. If you've never tried our healing services, come and try them for $85 for an introductory session. So I just want to make sure I also tell you that if you've seen us at Illuminate and you love all of our jewelry, crystals, and healing items, we are now starting to put them all online. Woo-hoo. Happy about that. So you can go to our website and there'll be a link there for our online store, our Square site store there. There is the link as well. If you want to check it out, we are available for online shipping as well as pickup to our Columbia, Maryland location. The bonus I promised you, thank you for staying to the end. So I want everybody to connect in and feel a little bit more calm and relaxed. So I'd like you to head over to Lasting Light Wellness. On the homepage, click on the Empathic Survival Toolkit. It'll bring up our Kajabi site. Sign in and you can go ahead and download an entire class with excellent tools. It's a nice mini class. Tells you about meditation, gives you meditative journeys, shamanic journeys, protection journeys, fun things. So I wanted to do a shamanic journey with you today, but we ran out of time. So I put it on the Empathic Survival Toolkit. So from the comfort of your home, you can try out a shamanic journey, as well as get some great tools for meditation to keep yourself peace and calm during these hectic times. Thank you.